Dum dum dum. Happy Wednesday. Thank you very much for coming out. I do what? What do? I don't sit in front of the camera every day. I never sit in front of the camera. Lazy dogs? Oh, good thing I paused when I paused, huh? Anyway, Alexia, it was a good idea of mine to introduce you to high society at this reception. We're a subject of gossip among the guests. I heard them whispering about how we showed up together. Boss fight.
Tubby, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. I heard the squirrel is looking for you.
Okay, so shall I entertain you with more conversation? You look stunning in your new outfit as usual. So what will happen at this private conversation or private reception? Look stunning in your outfit as usual. Shall I entertain you with some conversation? She nods with mock solemnity. You have my permission. Alushinyrra. Shamira's voice rings out through the hall. All rise. The proceedings will now begin with the dispensation of false justice. I, Shamira, the ardent dream, will perform the duties of judge. The rights of prosecution will be granted to anyone acquainted with rage and hatred, and the part of the defender will be given to time and blind faith. All the participants are obligated to show due dread and obedience to the decisions of the court. Now, our first case is brought by the assassin Dogward against the bodyguard for hire, Catrol. Dogward accuses Catrol of being exceedingly nimble and dexterous. The successive dexterity enabled the defendant to foil 3 assassination attempts against his employer, thus preventing the plaintiff from fulfilling his contract. Alexia is more interested in having a conversation than in watching the sham trial. You know, Gimpy, after our last, she pauses playfully, visit to the Battle Bliss, I've been thinking a lot about the customs of Galarian. Despite our differences, we actually have a lot in common. Our actions and desires stem from the same passions, except when it comes to, her eyes widen with excitement, and she utters a word that is as foreign to the abyss as you are. To love. It is common knowledge that demons know nothing about love, so why don't you explain it to me? How about, love is when a cute little kitten kills you, as it did to everybody during the boss fight. Cute little kitten is number 2 on your bingo card. Number 2. It is passion, physical attraction, something that pushes you to do all kinds of crazy things. Love is a load of nonsense invented by naive fools. It's a broad concept would be impossible to explain. It's passion, physical attraction, something that pushes you to do all kinds of crazy things. Crazy things. It's been 1,000 years since I last did anything truly crazy. How intriguing, but it sounds too good to be true. Are you trying to lure me into a trap? She laughs teasingly. Growling with rage, Catrol, the bodyguard, has his head chopped off with the giant axe for being too good at his job. The crowd roars in approval, and the beaming plaintiff counts his coins. Is it not true that love restricts freedom, and that its harsh constraints can sometimes lead to cruel, evil deeds? Does not love force people to act contrary to their desires and subordinate them to the object of their affection? Do not even the most loving souls feel occasional regret about trading away their freedom for love? Haven't the most terrible betrayals been committed for the sake of love? Doesn't unrequited love cause mortals to commit suicide? And isn't rejection the reason that they often resort to violence and other terrible crimes? I am most curious to hear your answer to these questions. I'm against all constraints. Free love always triumphs. As for crimes, well, no one ever said that love wasn't dangerous. When people are in love, the first thing they do is shackle themselves to each other as tightly as possible. Chaotic version. She repeats your words slowly as if tasting them. Free love, dangerous. That sounds thrilling and perilous. I love games like that. Am I in trial? No. We're here watching a trial. And while we're watching the trial, we're having a conversation. This is a whole way of kind of like wooing Alexia. Basically, we're on date number 2 at this point. Basically, you're trying to keep her attention. And if you don't pay attention to her, she gets pissed at you. It's so unlike real life. The execution has the audience in an uproar. The demons howl their approval, and Shamira has to raise her voice to be heard above the noise. Next, we'll hear the case of Varsa the Nose Cutter. He attacked 2 of Alushinyrra's visitors from another plane. Even though the Great Nocticula made it clear that they were under her protection, Varsa the Nose Cutter tracked down his victims in the upper city and killed them with his glaive. Then he robbed them and cut out their tongues and noses. Commoner. Goes by so quickly. The scrawny demon doesn't look like a hardened killer. He writhes in his shackles, yelling hysterically, "But I am not Varsa the Nose Cutter. I don't even know who that is. My name is Sharzal, and I've never been to the upper city. I'm not allowed to enter, even though that's where a slaver of my status should live. Besides, I've never held a glaive in my life. This is all Hepsamira's fault. She wanted to buy my slaves at half price, and I refused to sell. And now she's taking revenge against me and plans to get her hands on my slaves. It seems to me that love is like a living creature. Sometimes it behaves one way, and at other times another way. It is contradictory and inconsistent. It leads to both good and bad outcomes. And like every living creature, it is bound to die eventually. After all, every love, no matter how strong, is doomed to die. Is that not so? Love never goes away. Our love just gives way to new love. Love is like the food you buy in a cheap tavern. It smells better than it tastes and spoils sooner than you'd expect. Okay, we'll stick on the chaotic path. She maintains her composure, but you do see the corners of her mouth twitch and her eyes twinkle mischievously. This is all madness, true madness. Everything you say is nonsense and empty. Resist. My head is spinning. What have you done to me, my cunning friend? And he loses his head too. Shamira shouts to be heard above the screams of Varsa the Nose Cutter. In quotes, the court finds the evidence of the indicated person's innocence to be quite convincing. However, false justice requires every sin be punished. So therefore, I hereby declare that the demon is Varsa the Nose Cutter, and he shall be executed without further delay. Shamira throws a conspiratorial glance at Hepsamira, who stands nearby. The latter grins and bows mockingly. Shamira announces loudly, and the last crime for today is the most harmful and treacherous. Turn a deaf ear to Shamira's words. Alexia listens to the ruler of Alushinyrra with great interest, but when she catches your glance, she turns her attention to you eagerly. Thank you for our conversation. I expected to find it interesting, but I had no idea that our discussion would be so thought-provoking. I'm so glad I decided to come here with you, and I sincerely hope that you'll visit me again. I hope to see you at my manor soon. I host small receptions for the most interesting and worthy residents of the upper city. Conversations at these receptions are always entertaining. If you were to attend, we could continue our discussion about love. Of course, I seriously doubt my guests would be as interested in the topic as I am, so perhaps we should finish our conversation in private. I hope to see you soon, sweet Gimpy Demon Slayer. Don't stay away too long. I'm looking forward to your next visit. She gives you a dazzling smile, then vanishes into thin air. And we have no idea why that guy got killed. Because you totally ignored it that time. So were we supposed to talk to Shamira again? I forget. Conversation with Wendwag. That's Alexia. So we're supposed to talk to Shamira. But she's not here anymore, is she? Oh, there she is. Okay, let's talk to her while we're here. Don't bother me while I'm dispensing false justice. Fine, we'll come back later. Okay, so we're gonna go take a quick nap over probably in the 10,000 delights. We can sleep there, right? Get rested. It's simply because we have some people that are exhausted, so I'm tired of burning the spells on them.
Head on!
Okay, well, actually I can go back to the Nexus and talk to Wendoag. A little bit more loading screens, but... Is this one? Walking on corpses, rapture. Oh, that's right, that's where Nocticula is up there. And, or we can go back and go talk to Chimera while we're here. Yeah, we'll go rest first, just in case. I have a feeling we're supposed to walk away for a little bit. Okay, let's go talk to Wendoag, see what she has to say after her little experience. So, Wednesdays. Not a lot of opportunity to roll ones yet. Okay, into the cave we
I
go.
lead. You follow.
Because Wendoag's... Is she out there? I forget where she is. There's Nenio. Ah, there she is. Wendoag seems to be deep in thought, but as you approach, she looks up and fixes a friendly smile on her face. Master, I was about to go hunting to rustle up some kind of supper. Want to keep me company? For what? There's nothing to hunt here. Perception. You see the apprehension behind her sweet smile. Her bristling fur and tail whipping back and forth are dead giveaways. Your proposal sounds suspicious.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. That's it. Thanks.
Thanks. Happy Wednesday. And Draken, welcome back. And boss fight.
Tubby, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. I heard the squirrel is looking for you.
Okay, I'll stop it. What's suspicious about it? Let's go. You'll enjoy hunting with me. Alright. Lovely. I'll show you why I was considered the best huntress in the tribe. Wendo looks around with caution, then nods, satisfied. This is a good place. Quiet. No one will interrupt us. She turns her somber face to you, and you can see the uncertainty in her eyes. There is no game to hunt around here. Why'd you call me? Without a trace of shame, she takes off her clothes, and you see a bad wound on her side. This is a little something Sava's warriors gave me. Seems there was some kind of poison on their claws. The wound needs to be cleaned, but I can't even touch it. As soon as I do, I start howling with pain. I need your help. Damn it, this is so humiliating. I feel so helpless. Hissing in irritation, Wendoag clenches her fist. The cut looks outright horrifying. The skin around it has a yellow tinge to it, and the fluid weeping carried the sweet stench of rot. I didn't even see you get wounded. I didn't notice either. It was just a scratch. It didn't even hurt, so I didn't pay any attention to it. And then overnight it started swelling and I developed a fever. The infection is spreading and none of the potions I've used make a difference. So far you've never taken this, been like Spider Girl for a party? This is actually the first run for me to Code Blows. Welcome to the stream. This is my third playthrough and this is the first time I've taken her. Sparkly Vampire has killed everybody in the boss fight. Good job, Sparkly. Sparkly Vampire is number 14 on your bingo card. Number 14. When you say something back at the camp. I didn't want the others to see me howling in pain when it's being treated. It would be humiliating. Her tail lashes her knees nervously and she stares at you intensely. How bad does it hurt? Frowning, the fighter clenches her teeth and jerks her chin up defiantly. Could be worse. Tend to her wound. Let's do this then. Wendoag hands you a small sharp knife and a sponge soaked with an Acrid's healing potion. Okay, when you touch her, she flinches and then she immediately relaxes and says in a velvety growl, "Your hands are much gentler than mine. It almost doesn't hurt. Keep going. You're going to be all right. You're strong." Tell me a story. How did you learn to hunt? Screw the damn stories. Screw the cursed hunting. It hurts. Are you trying to kill me or what? The blade of the knife draws crimson lines on Wendoag's skin. She presses her whole body against you, throws her head back and growls hoarsely. Her hands grip your shoulder firmly and painfully, like the jaws of a bear trap. It's amazing how much strength lies within these deceptively slender fingers. We won't let Sava conquer your tribe. Conquer? Why would he need to conquer us if we're his creation? Her voice breaks and you hear the confusion and pain in it. The thick venom comes out of the wound slowly. Your every touch makes her flinch convulsively. Gritting her teeth, she lets out a long groan and draws her clawed fingers across your forearms. Your skin is instantly covered with bleeding stripes, and the huntress continues to torment you with her razor-sharp claws, her eyes screwed shut. You're going to be all right. You're strong. I know I'm strong, but what good is it if she stops herself and looks away hastily? Your hands carefully place the potion-soaked sponge over the wound. With a howl like a wounded animal, Wendoag bolts upright and hits you in the face. Not a slap, but a full-on punch. This is foreplay, by the way. At the very last moment, you manage to dodge her blow. Wendoag's fist passes within a hair's breadth of your face. Leaping back, Wendoag drops into a threatening fighting stance and hisses something inarticulate through her teeth. Her fierce expression and deadly grace are almost hypnotic to watch. She's like a magnificent blade, unsheathed, its edge glinting at you. Trying to pet me or punch me? Come on, hit me for real. Shrieking like a wild cat, Wendoag deals another blow. She rushes at you over and over again, digging her claws into your flesh, wrapping herself around you like a vine and trying to strangle you. You feel her hot breath tickling your neck, and a moment later her teeth sink into your shoulder so deep that it starts bleeding. Finally exhausted, the huntress stills, pressing her whole body against you and panting. Carefully touching your face with her fingers, Wendoag sighs. The fire in her eyes subsides. Thank you, that's exactly what I needed. Did you get out of your system? Good. Now get out of my sight before I change my mind and give you a real injury. I was happy to help. Well, good. And don't be upset with me. It's not like I was really trying to hurt you, she grins. Only a little. A friendly brawl is the best way to relieve tension. Her shoulders sag and her eyes look tired. Our last few exploits are weighing on me. Talk to me, would you? I don't want to carry it all inside anymore. She bites her lip so hard that it starts to bleed, and her eyes are full of torment. I still can't wrap my head around what Sava said. So everything I used to believe is a lie. I stupidly thought that my ancestors were heroes and the most resilient mortals of this world. I was proud to have their blood in my veins. All my hopes were built on that. And now it turns out that I'm just something created by demons, their puppet, the last in the long line of losers and traitors. And now every time that pointy-tailed freak raises his brow, my brain starts melting. So is that my fate now, to be their damn slave? I'm livestock now, don't you see? They created me and raised me like cattle. And from now on, for you, I'm nothing but a rabid beast you managed to put a leash on. That's ridiculous. I still trust you to have my back. What more proof do you need? I really do see you in a different light. Children cannot be held responsible for the sins of their fathers. Yes, but you're my least beast. That's why I took you with me. Still trust you to have my back. What more proof do you need? She darts a distrustful glance at you and scoffs. Then you are a fool to still trust me. You have forgotten how we met? I am a traitor and a wretch, remember? But if you really meant what you said, thank you. I appreciate it. Casting her eyes down, Windowag pensively examines the tips of her own boots, and a sudden pang of bitterness appears in her voice. Of all the creatures in the world, you managed to get tangled up with a savage, an underground freak. I've heard what they call me. I've heard them whispering that if you weren't sleeping with me, you'd have gotten rid of me long ago. They were laughing, too. The commander could have anyone he wants to warm his bed, but he chose a half-beast. I'm aware that to Uplanders I look like a disgusting freak. Windowag appears alarmed by her own frankness. She eyes you with suspicion, searching your face for the tiniest sign of mockery or contempt. I don't care what the other people think. You're beautiful. I didn't choose you for your looks. Maybe your ugly appearance just turns me on. Let's stop talking about this. It's one or two. I didn't choose you for your looks. She smiles sarcastically. Well, you certainly know how to compliment a girl. She falls silent for a while. Finally, after some hesitation, she shakes her head resolutely and blurts out, "Know what the worst part is? I feel terrified. Terrified that he'll come and take my tribe. That he'll come and take me, and I won't even be able to resist. Because who am I to resist him? And that means my fate is no longer in my own hands. What happens to me next depends on you and you alone, so I have to trust you. But I don't know how to trust. I've always been alone, all by myself. The only person I trusted was my father, but angry tears rolled down Windowag's cheeks. He didn't even recognize me. With a sob, she burrows her head into your chest, no longer the tough huntress, but a lonely little girl who's lost in the dark, dank caves. And now I'm all wet. What a pathetic sight. So what should I do now? Tell me. Recall 2 moments when Windowag opened up to you, during the night of drinking in the tavern in Alushinyrra, when she got intoxicated and let her guard down, and the reception at Valexia's
Saturday
when she was
Sunday,
blinded by jealousy
August
and openly
20th
shouted her
and 21
vulnerability.
are the monthly giveaways for August. A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Happy Wednesday, and again, that's next weekend for the giveaways. Okay, so when she was blinded by jealousy and openly showed her vulnerability. Hiding behind the image of a violent and bloodthirsty fighter, Windowag has taught herself to reject any sympathy and hate everyone who treats her as weak. And now the masks are off, and the best course of action would be to choose your words wisely in order not to destroy this newfound sincerity. A reply that is too condescending will make her angry, and one that is too cruel could break, embitter, and repel her. Stop thinking you can solve everything on your own. You need to learn to open your heart to others. You've been through a lot. Hang on. I believe you can deal with anything, but if you need my help, I'm right here, or I'll be right here. Stop sniveling and be strong like before, or else I'll start to wonder if I'm picked a wimp to be my companions. thinking you can do everything on your own. You need to learn to open your heart to others. Number 2, I think, is the best way to go. Peering into your eyes, she whispers under her breath, "Trusting someone is scary, but I do trust you, and you should trust me, and believe in me." No, I'll figure it out. I can figure it out. Windrag suddenly presses her whole body against you, and you feel the heat of her skin. Her velvety whisper caresses your ear. "You know, I feel proud that you've chosen me to be your companion. I've never mentioned it before, but I really admire how well you're performing your duties as leader. You carry the burden of responsibility for so many lives, and still you manage to find time for everything and everyone, even a stupid cave cat who just needed to scratch something. I know it can be difficult sometimes, but you still manage to find the right approach and the right words to reach me. It's incredible. I only hope I'll be able to learn from you and become a worthy leader." Her eyes are filled with sincere admiration, without even a hint of subservience or flattery. The soft eyes and the softer smile, Windrag carefully runs her claws down her shoulders. Gone is the painful passion, but now there's something else in her touch, something new, true acceptance and warmth. "I want you, but not like I did before. I don't want to play with power, pain, and helplessness today." Her whisper teases you, and her nimble fingers confidently remove your clothes. "This time, you'll be mine, and I will be yours, for real." Aw, we're beating the crap out of each other this time?
Onward.
See, I made a good decision there, Catcare. My understanding of the English language actually helped for a change. Okay. Blue. So, the wiki, this is Ember. Rupture. This is... Oh, Alexia. That's that one. Making friends. This is talking to Shamira. And that's talking about that Nocticula. Okay, let's go in and rest, get our spells back and that kind of fun stuff, and then we'll go talk to Alexia again. See if we can get her to be our friend. In quotes.
You are trustworthy, Brave.
I'm just gonna help you.
I could recommend you for an induction to the Order of the Scar. Those worthy Hell Knights hunt down the killers. Your skills and experience would prove useful to them.
Thank you. But I'm done taking orders and listening to lectures about discipline. I got enough of that during my training. I prefer to answer to no one but myself.
Good call there, dwarf boy. Here's a question for all the Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder people. How come there are no half-dwarves? Or half-halflings? Or half-gnomes? Honestly, how come? Okay, so... there are half-dwarves? Not in this game, there aren't Desperador. Welcome back, though. However, they just look the same and are slightly taller. I said D&D. Well, either one. I mean, I've never seen half-dwarves before, or heard of them before. Okay, favorite mistress, that's... the art of making friends, right? No. Terrace of the favorite mistress. That's what I want. Boss fight.
Tubby, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. I heard the squirrel is looking for you.
Blah blah dwarf genes dominate or something? Oh, well. It's because of the alcohol that's involved, probably. I mean, think about it. How drunk do you have to be to have sex with a dwarf? Male or female, it doesn't matter. How drunk do you have to be?
Here we go again. Don't hesitate. All this waiting bores me.
Been able to drop those custom bosses that were here and there in the Demon City. Been able to drop them. In this run through, I haven't tried. But I have in other run throughs. Where are we going next? We're going to go visit Alexia. Rupture. Over here. Yeah, this playthrough I haven't really done anything up on the rooftops. Because I know they're up there, so I've been avoiding them for just sanity reasons, in all honesty. And Plata Pirate kill. Oh, didn't I kill everybody? Good job, John, Desperador, Catker, and Draken. Beating up on the poor Plata Pirate. This bingo version has not been seen yet. So, number 12 on your bingo card. Number 12. Alexia. Oh shit, didn't do buffs. Shit. Alexia's demeanor has changed since the last time you saw her. She looks at you with the mixture of boredom and irritation that she greets you. Her friendliness no longer seems genuine, but forced and insecure. Here is our long-awaited guest. The performance is about to begin, and there's so much talent here today. I wonder if any of them will entertain me. She looks directly at you as she makes this last remark. Spectacular new dress. So, what entertainments have you prepared for your guests? Who knows what will happen between us tonight? So I suspect that you are losing interest in our conversations. She throws you a withering glance and mutters something under her breath before she answers. In that case, you should act fast before you lose what remains of my interest. Auto attack on bows. Oh, that sounds fun. Lexi claps her hands imperiously, and one of the performers begins to sing a heartfelt ballad in a deep, velvety voice. She looks tired, and her eyes are full of sadness. There's a wistful note in her voice as she asks, "What are you, child of two worlds? You try so hard to become one of us, to look, talk, and act like like you are one of us, but your true glaring nature reveals itself at every turn. So why are you so eager to be here? What draws you to the abyss? You invaded my world, now you will reap what you've sown." Thank goodness, unlike this dark, it's my queen. Nope. Came here because I wanted to. She sounds slightly annoyed. You know, your lightheartedness and carefree attitude were so charming until you began to bore me with your superficiality. The demon interrupts the ballad with an impatient clap of her hands. The singer quails beneath her imperious gaze and hurries away. Another performer steps forward, dressed as a jester. Another one for you, distinguished guest. How many mortals would it take to paint this manor? Sounds like a crappy joke. Depends on how hard you throw them at the walls. That wailing was starting to annoy me. What do we have next? Oh, another fool who decided to entertain me with jokes. Well, as far as I'm aware, laughing at cripples and the misfortune is popular in Galarian as well. If you ask me, it's a primitive form of entertainment. Still, you mortals seem to enjoy it, even though you try to pretend yourselves different from us creatures of vice and evil. Now that I'm thinking about it, what is the difference between demons and Galarians? You will prevail and you will choke on your own blood. There's no difference. We're practically identical. You prevail and you will choke on your own blood. How's that evil? She rolls her eyes and sighs. She looks bored. Yes, such a predictable response. I don't know why you expected anything different. After all, you're a fighter, not a philosopher. She dismisses the gesture with a wave of her hand. A scrawny spellcaster comes forward and immediately conjures up two illusions that begin to fight violently with one another. Cut off your wings, put up your chains, put you in chains and teach you obedience. May death take you, you respectable beast, and light will prevail. Flame strike? You can't flame strike somebody that close to you. You'll get hit by it. Plus it doesn't work on demons too well. Anyway, Alexia rolls her eyes in exasperation. Her voice is unpleasantly shrill. Deep down, I am beginning to wonder if you are worthy of my time. Why should I desire your company? What more do you have to offer? Because no one can match the pure, unbridled fury of my soul. Because I will rise to great heights, it is in your best interest to be friends with me. That is a question you must answer for yourself. She is no longer trying to be polite. Her face is cold, cruel, and full of malice. Her voice is dangerously calm, but her words carry a clear threat. You should think twice before telling me what I must or must not do, Galarian. I advise you to not let such a mistake happen again. She snaps her fingers in irritation, and magic sparks fly from her fingertips. The performers who were unlucky enough to provide the evening's entertainment begin to scream in pain, or with pain. Their bodies change shape, density, and color. In a matter of moments, they have been completely transformed to a set of whimsically decorated furniture. The pieces of furniture creak sadly as if lamenting their bitter fate. You're a chair, you're a chair, everyone's a chair. Alexia's clearly tired of you, and the polite words she forces out from her between her clenched teeth do a poor job of hiding her frustration. I must admit that our time together has brought me a certain degree of amusement. However, I do not intend for us to meet again. I ask that you take this humble gift as a sign of my affection and in fond memory of the pleasure our conversations used to provide. Succubus hands you an elegant piece of jewelry. This is one of my latest creations. It has an intelligent mind of its own. It is certainly far more clever and sophisticated than many living creatures I know. The jewelry will identify the most important traits and features of its owner, and then it will enhance those abilities. It is a rare and valuable gift, and I hope you appreciate its worth. And now I must ask you to leave. I have grown tired of your company. I've never gone this way before. The rage within your soul ignites like a flame. This complete indifference, the hostility, these deliberately insulting comments. How dare she? Show Finian to Alexia. Am I going to still have this option, though? I know about Finian, though. Rage. Unleash the raging beast within. Gotta do the demon stuff. The fire that burns inside your soul erupts like a volcano. The furious beast roars within you. How dare she reject you, the pathetic bitch? Alexia is as pale as a ghost. You can see her terror, confusion, and awe. Her eyes plead and her lips whisper, "Be with me." Her heart reaches out to you. "Own me, O powerful one. From now on, you are not my toy. You are not her entertainment. Now it is she who will entertain you." So Alexei stares at you in amazement. "Incredible. What hidden powers lurk within you, Galarian? This was beyond all expectations, but how? How could I overlook this when I first saw you? You are the most fascinating person I've ever met. I have never shared my bed with someone so intriguing and mysterious." "What disappointment. You obviously weren't worth the time I wasted on under 3 dates. Surely didn't disappoint. I will never forget our time together, but now I have to go." She looks at you longingly. Her eyes are full of passion and desire. I swear on my life that I will never regret the time I spent with you. I will always remember the mysterious Galarian who was so amazing, perplexing, and wild. However, I cannot allow you to leave me. My feminine pride would be wounded by such a rejection. So I will send you away instead, with my best wishes and my promise to never forget you. Farewell. I cannot allow you to leave me. That's weird. You have accepted Valexia. This is the hand of the inheritor. Accepted Valexia's advances and surrendered to her cunning embrace. You cannot pretend yourself immune to her charms, and I am frightened by the way Alushinyrra's high society lavishes you with attention. It all seems like an elaborate trap designed for the single purpose of ensnaring your soul. Tell me, champion, do you remain true to your beliefs? Do you still believe in the importance of our mission? I am a crusader, remember my duty. Even if Octicular herself showers me in her treasure, my vows will remain unchanged. It's been an exciting whirlwind affair. I enjoy being feared and respected by others. This has been very beneficial for my reputation, and that's all that matters. Yes, 4. You are right. It has been beneficial. I only worry that such success comes at too heavy a cost to your soul. Demonic corruption is like a weed. A boulder may seem unbreakable, but the tiniest crack in its surface is enough for a seed to sprout. As the weed grows, the roots will cause the rock to shatter. Ta-da. So, what was the toy she gave us? I've never seen that before. +5 natural armor enhancement bonus to armor class. It also grants the +2 bonus to highest current ability score. Well, that's definitely better than that. So that's going to be strength. Strength's up to 35. And the necklace. So that's our natural armor 4. Got that. He's got that one. Oh, she's not wearing one. Oh, Wendu. So you're wearing the... That's a 3. Resistance. We don't have anybody that really
Hey
summons,
Gimpy,
do we?
have you hydrated lately? If not, you really should.
New spike gloves against an animal companion. Oh, okay, that's right. It's buffing the Bob. So I wonder what Gimpy looks like with his sunglasses on. Looks like he's been out in the sun too long. We'll stick with that look for a while. Yes, Gimpy's got red skin because he's a demon. Okay, so that's the first time we've met with Valexia and not killed her. So that's a different storyline for the demon, I guess. A little bit. It's a little bit harder to get on her good side when you're good alignment or lawful alignment. if you want to, keep your alignment in line. So, because the first run I did as a Lich, we ended up killing her. The second run was as an Azada Gold Dragon. So we're staying the gold side, or the good side, and kind of hard again to, take evil when you really want to. Anyway, so that worked. So, boss fight.
Tubby, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. I heard the squirrel is looking for you.
So, how many relationships, sexual relationships, has Gimpy had in this playthrough? That would be number 3. That was number 3. So he's had a human, a demon, and a mongrel. Boss fight?
Tubby, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. I heard the squirrel is looking for you.
Where are you guys going over there? You're supposed to be over here. That is how many looks like a burn victim. He does. Well, he's a demon. Plays with fire too much. Oh, we still have to do our buffs. Do we? Oh, I forget these things run for 24 hours, so we actually don't have to do our buffs. Okay then. Portal. Okay, so that's done. That's something we do later. Making friends. This is talk to Alushinyrra. See what she's up to. And Ardent Dreams? Yeah, Ardent Dreams. So is Valexia, she's not a demon lord, she's just a high-ranking succubus, right? Oh, good job, John and Catker beating up on a locust that loves to get one shot. Wait for this loading screen to finish. Okay, locust that loves to get one shot is number 7 on your bingo card. Number 7. Okay, let's go see if Alushinyrra wants to talk to us.
I stand ready.
No, you don't. You're supposed to be sitting ready, because that's what
Battles
the horse is
awaits.
for. Oh, not allowed to use the mounts in here?
Together we stand.
Apparently not. I greet you, Gimpy, Lord of the Shadow Spawn. What brings you here, our esteemed guest? I've completed your task. I am convinced that Yaz is conspiring against Nocticula. I completed your task. Alushinyrra ignores you, giving you an absent-minded smile. However, you hear her voice in your mind, her words honeyed. So, what did you manage to find out, wonders Galarian, who converses with formidable demons as an equal. What secrets have you managed to uncover? Please, tell me all about it. Not with your voice, but with your thoughts. After all, secrets should remain secret, no? A keen sense of wrongness flares in the depths of your heart. It should be you sitting on the throne, and this pitiful demon should be bowing and scraping before you. Insolent, mocking sparks seem to dance in the glow Insolent, mocking sparks seem to dance in the glow surrounded Chimera. Shouldn't it be surrounding? Yeah. I know that you have done much to win Chimera's favor, but my heart tells me that helping her would lead to evil. Forget everything I've told you. We'll find another way to complete our mission. It is wrong to fight evil by increasing the power of another evil. Reject the promises of the ardent dream, and we'll leave this place before we betray ourselves and our ideals. Use your burning rage on the red-headed beast who dared demand answers from you. Submit to the most powerful demon and answer in your mind. The hindering crystals are the blood of the fallen demon lords, whose bodies become the Midnight Isles. Baphomet's servants mine them like minerals. That's right, she doesn't know that. Unleash your burning rage on the red-headed beast. Your rage twists into a flaming whip that falls onto Chimera. Though it does not seem to cause her serious harm, her lips turn white as they press together to bite back a cry of pain. She gives you a murderous look, a sentence that cannot be appealed. What, you little piece of filth? A painful spasm twists through your body. Chimera's magic crashes over your will. Hey, we made her save. With a bit of effort, you manage to force Chimera out of your mind. An angry grimace contorts her face. You can't break me. Well, you probably will, but... So difficult to class 23. Oh, well, at 27 we should make some of those rolls. You can't break me. Kerosene, Chimera brings more force to bear against you. A vein pulses on her temple. Uh-oh, failed that one. In the heat of Chimera's magic, your mind melts like wax. Your knowledge of the hindering crystal surfaces of the demon strips out your memories as efficiently and ruthlessly as a hunter dressing a carcass. So 27. So how come our skill value dropped so high, so much? Is the real question. We needed to roll what? It doesn't matter, roll the 1. Roll the friggin' 1. Needed to roll a 8, right? We need to roll an 8, we rolled a 1. That's bullshit. Suddenly the heat subsides, vanished by a gust of mountain wind, and cool and clear, the hand of the inheritor's voice thunders inside your head. Hold on, champion. Together we will overpower the magic of this fiend. Fight to the end. Keep trying, it won't work. Swearing, Chimera unleashes all her power on you. You regret that, you little son of a bitch. You refuse to talk, so be it. I'll rip it out, everything you know, out of your mind. Hey, succeeded there, though. So that time, difficulty class 31. So, too bad. Chimera's last blow is not strong enough to break you. You force Alushinyrra's ruler out of your mind, delivering a brutal parting blow. You've lost. Get out of my head. Chimera reclines on her throne, exhausted, and hisses through clenched teeth. You cretin, get out of my harem now.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. That's it. Thanks.
Yep, thank you, and happy Wednesday. So she's important? Yeah, she's actually number 2 in the city. She rules the city in Nocticula's name. Yeah, she's number 2. So I guess he's technically a demon lord. The crowd around you goes wild, demons shrieking, howling, shaking their fists and shouting. They just witnessed Chimera, the ardent dream, being bested by Nocticula's favorite in an utterly humiliating fashion, something she hasn't experienced in a very long time. Observing how the red-haired demon cringes in pain and tries to incinerate you with her impotent, furious glances, the demons indulge themselves in sweet gloating. The gloating grows into delight, and delight becomes ecstasy. If Nocticula takes even a passing interest in what happens in her realm, she will soon hear about the thrashing you gave her trusted advisor, and then perhaps you two will have a chance to talk. Poor Shamira. Yeah, she's the beta bitch of the city. Oh, Gimpy took some damage there, but he's regenerating. I have no time for you, stranger, but I just kicked your ass. Give me my stuff. I think I beat her every time, I think.
I see you are fitting into Alushinyrra
There we go.
life quite well. I have been watching your exploits with great interest. So chaotic, so unpredictable.
And that's Nocticula. You're rather intriguing yourself. A pleasure to hear your voice once more, my lady. No, you're rather intriguing yourself.
There's a reason they call me Nocticula, the Lady in Shadow. My words and thoughts are shrouded in darkness.
Take it at finally your attention. I am asking for an audience. Finally have your attention.
Yes, your arrival in Alushinyrra was quite impressive. Rumors have reached me even here, behind my locked gates and my wall of valiant guards. Rumors of a remarkable Galarian taking my Alushinyrra by storm.
So what do you need?
You have my permission to enter the palace. Go there and wait. I will arrive when the time is right. Until then, you will be taken care of by one of my servants.
Ta-da. Okay, so it's time to go meet up with her, I guess. Although we have to go get Ember. So quest-wise, so walking on corpses, so we're basically done. Go talk to her and move on with our lives, it looks like, which is good. We're actually making good pace. Although I haven't done any of the fights up on rooftops. I basically skipped all those for reasons, for the most part. And because they're mostly a pain in the ass. Anyway, go back to the Nexus, pick up Ember, get her leveled up. Although I think I did that, did I do that last week or did it off stream? I can't remember. I think Ember is pretty much ready to go, she just needs gear. But she's not going to be doing any fighting, so it doesn't really matter. Ember versus Nocticula, it's hilarious. It is hilarious. Okay, so Ember, where are you? Oh, we didn't level her up. She's only level 3. So, this is going to be a little while. We got, what, 13 levels to level her up through? Plus mythic stuff. Okay, well, it shouldn't be too bad. She's going to stay on the witch path. And she's charisma based. And skill, arcane, persuasion, magic device. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so as far as this stuff goes, we want protective or ward? Oh, wait, no. Evil Eye first. Must have the Evil Eye. Spells, level 1. Oh, sorry, level 2. So as a witch, what should we get her? Cure. She has cure light wounds, but backup healing. Boss fight.
Tubby, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. I heard the squirrel is looking for you.
Feet. What kind of feet does she want? Discerning Eye. Saves versus illusion spells. Dodging. Improved Elven immunity. So, resistance to enchantment. Gaining 2 bonus and saving throws against them. Makes her enchantment spells harder to resist. What else was she need? Spell penetration. Get that first. Level 1 spell. Fear. Creatures of 6 are immune to this effect. So never mind on the fear. Unbreakable Heart, level 2 spell. We want Custer? No. Glitter dust. Cackle, that's for extending curses. Cure wounds, I think it's one of these. Cure. Which makes a good little healer. And Sparkly Vampire killed everybody. Sparkly Vampire is number 14 on the bingo card, but that's already been called, so vote time. Go to your bingo card, click on a number you would like to use to get closer to bingo, and the number that gets the most votes is the number everybody gets. So which that other feet. Assumption. Also, this racial trait gain a +2 racial bonus on concentration checks made to cast spells defensively, and a bonus on cast levels to overcome spell resistance. Sure. Another level 1 spell. Think that's this one? Oh, no, that doesn't gonna work against anything here. Ray of Sickening. Sure. Level 2. Scare. Another hit dice based. Of course it is. Require a touch. If the painful to match by, the charge is sickened to use my friend dexterity. Sure. A 3 spell. Raise Cure Serious Wounds. Curse. So it can reduce Constitution, Strength, Intelligence. Attack rolls. Okay, I'll do Curse. It's a witchy thing. And Tarkus has started a vote for the bingo stuff. So again, go back to your bingo card and click on the number you would like to get. Again, number with the most votes is the one everybody gets. Quick save just in case, because reasons. Okay, level 7. Needs all the charisma. What hex does she want next? Healing, this is just like crappy healing, right? Yeah. Fallen condition each time we use the hex, dazzle, fatigue, shaken, or sickened, steel, or purity. Diseases, inhaled poison, noxious poison effects negate an 10-foot aura around the witch for a number of minutes equal to her level. This duration does not need to be consecutive, but it must be sent in 1 minute increments. Effects caused by spells whose level is more than half the witch's level are unaffected. Fortune. It's a creature within 30 feet to be good luck for 1 round. Call upon the good luck. Not reroll any ability checks, blah, 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 or skill check, taking the better result. At 8th level and 16th level, the duration of the hex is extended by 1 round. Once the creature has benefited from it, healing, nice plant. Oh, this makes her better armor class. Level 4 spell. False life greater to protect yourself. Dun, dun. Breadth of experience. +2 to all knowledge of lore and skill checks. Greater spell penetration. More level 2 spells we'll probably use. Bone chick, because why not? Level 3. Rave exhaustion. Level 4 spells. Cure critical wounds. More stuff. Restless slumber. Creature within 30 feet to fall asleep in the nightmares. The function of the slumber hex. Additionally, the restless nature of the sleep. Blah blah blah. Dealing 2 points of damage each turn. Not supposed to wake them up though. The other way. The target turns pale and blue and takes 1 point of constitution damage per minute until it dies, saves once per minute, or is cured. Shaking for a number of rounds equal to 3 plus intelligence modifier, as long as which means within 30 feet of the target. Shaking plus 1 round most attack rolls, blah blah blah. Okay. Agony. One creature within 60 feet causes him to suffer intense pain. Nauseated for a number of rounds equal to the witch's level. Fortitude save negates the effect. Saving throws fail. The target can attempt a new save each round to end the effect. Whether or not the save is successful, a creature cannot be the target of the hex again for 1 day. Fortune. Fortune. Level 5 spells. Racking Ray. You should check creatures hit by spells, racked by pain. One penalty to dexterity and strength. Can't reduce it, okay. Feeble Mind. damage are all living creatures in the spell's area fatigued. The spell has no effect on a creature that is already fatigued. Racking right. Save again, just in case. So again, we're just leveling her up because we need her to go visit Nocticula. Or Ember. Another feat. Improved Evan immunity, just because why not? She's an elf. Another level 2 spell we're not going to use. Blindness. Level 3 spell. Slumber? She doesn't need that, she got the sleep hex. Plus it's 10 hit dice. Woo. Inflict serious wounds. In case somebody gets too close. Level 4 spell. This is the good fear, right? Visible cone of terror. Yes. Level 5. Dominate person, because why not? More charisma. How's it limited wounds or creatures you touch to quickly close? Target gains fast healing 5 for no rounds equal to half the witch's class level, or it heals up to 4 points of ability score damage from 2 ability scores. This creature's benefit from the hex can be viewed within 24 hours. Half her level, so not a lot of healing, but you can heal ability score damage too, so take that. Won't use it a lot, but well, more likely she's not going to use it at all because she's only going to be in the group just to go talk to Nocticula. Banshee Blast. Cure Lightman's Mask, Read Spell Magic. I don't even know what. She's got point blank shot, precise shot, so she can use crossbows and that kind of stuff. Snapshot, don't worry about that. More will save. It's not bad. Hey Tiger, welcome back. Boss fight. Boss fight.
Tully, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. That's right. Hey Gimpy, I said hydrated lately. Unlike Gimpy, if not, I know the difference between Tubby and Tully.
Now this is drain levels. Sure, why not? Never gonna use it. Turn him into a dog. Level 6. She doesn't get heal? Oh, that must be a level 7 spell for her, I think, maybe, for heal. If she even gets it. Master. I buy what this? Oh, this is another hit dice one, right? I don't. This is a touch attack, isn't it? Yep. So, do we boss fight? No, or hydrate the boss? No, we don't hydrate the boss, and you don't fight it. So, you give the boss basically a glass of water. And cute little kitten. Cute little kitten's already been done for this bingo card, so vote for the number you want to see. Good luck. Oh, sorry, wait a minute. It's actually Enraged Cute Little Kitten, isn't it? So Enraged Cute Little Kitten is number 3. Number 3 on our bingo card. Plus there's a vote too. Got lucky. Because Gimpy screwed up there. Let's see. Protective luck. Roll twice and take the worst result, so that's a good one. Level 7 spells. There's the heal. Almost done with Ember. What? 2 more levels and then the mythic stuff. Another feat. Improved iron will. Iron will. She's very, you know, focused. Okay, another level 5 spell. Hold monster. Level 6 spell. Hellfire, right? Because why not? Still curse greater. Chain lightning. Cure that. Is there a fire one in here? Umbral strikes. I was cold in shadows damage. Walk through space. You can teleport up 30 feet as move action. You must end this movement, blah blah blah. It lasts for 1 round per level. Oh, ice body. Okay, level 16, here we go. So, charisma or wisdom? Pull wisdom just to make it a nice little balance. +2. She's very wise for her age. Now, we don't know how old she actually is, though. That's the funny part. Ward. Versus slumber. Misfortune. Creature makes ability check, protects on our saving throw, rolls twice, could take the worst result. Misfortune's good. And bingo for Lord Draken. Congratulations. We'll keep going on this card until about 2 more people, at least 2 more people win. So, keep going. Okay, level 8 spell. And bingo for John. Congratulations, John. hind legs good. Okay, so now we have to do our mythic ranks real quick. Hopefully, it shouldn't take too long. So like 4 or 5 of them. Amber. Her mythic path. She doesn't have any ranks, so abundant casting. Okay, extra one here was during spells, so they last longer. Then do more greater enduring. Sure, we'll get that now. Then we'll grab more spells, improved abundant casting. And last but not least, for now, I think, is greater abundant casting. That's that. Okay, and she doesn't memorize stuff, right? No, she just needs to rest. Okay. And should be good to go. As far as gear goes, she's using a crappy crossbow. Oracle's Misery. She's not an oracle, but it doesn't really matter. As long as it's magical, that's all that really matters at this point. So you get to use that one. Armor. She can't use any of this stuff. She can't use any of it? Wow. Too many shields. Yep, she can't use any of the armor we're currently carrying. So, this stuff though. Clip resistance 1 if... Sort that by name. I'll throw that on for now. Necklaces. Using a hex. So it makes that harder for people to resist our hexes. Belt, strength, dexterity 2, constitution 2, constitution 4. So dexterity 2. The hat, the blazing crown. More charisma. Cloaks. Killing blow, that's not going to really happen too much. No, she's not wearing any armor, so where are those bracers? 5, there we go. Knowledge Arcane skills and enhanced plus DC for all saving throws against spells from the Evocation School. Give that to her for now. The others are Cleansing. Skies. Earth Unleashed gives us more spells to play around with. For now. Gloves, Enduring Wizard. Whenever wear this class level 7 spell or higher, they gain 20 temporary hit points for 1 minute. They do. She summons stuff.
Saturday and Sunday, August 20th and 21 are the monthly giveaways for August. A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching again. That's next weekend for the giveaways. And free for all. Free for all.
Looky looky, Vokruels wants to get beat up again in the free-for-all. Get him. Get him now.
We have necklaces, rings, ring of luck, ring of protection. Ring of luck for now. Any stitches, no big deal. It's a hat, it's not better than what she has. Shiny ring. Covered itself in glitter. Join the free-for-all? Why? Need one more person. One more person for the free-for-all. You don't want me to be in there. Okay, guess she'll live with this stuff. We don't really have much. Nothing armor-wise. So, should be fine. Hey, Rackstone, we'll go back. Why not? You'll wipe the floor. No, that's not how it works. Everyone's equal. In that kind of stuff, everyone's equal, even me. The thing is if I happen to win, then I have to give points to everybody. And that's too much work for me, because I have to remember the command to do that, and I can always forget it. She can wear that. Mage armor, she doesn't need that. Protection from evil, she doesn't need that. She's fine. Save. And good job, Tiger, winning the free-for-all. Okay, so we're going to rest. Then we'll go talk to Nocticula with Ember and hopefully have a couple of good laughs. How evil does a person have to be for a paladin to be able to detect the evil within them? Can a paladin use their magic to sense, for instance, minor irritation or latent sympathy for demons? Nenio with the best questions. I don't know what to tell you, friend, but I think everybody can sense when another person is irritated. Everybody except you, that is. ... Okay, off we go. Okay, go talk to Nocticula. This should be funny, I hope. Usually goes pretty funny-wise. Funny when Ember talks to Demon Lords. Okay, no Nenio, taking him instead. Okay, get on the horses and stuff. Or horse and wolf. Oh, we need buffs.
I'm losing my temper.
Slumber, where's Cackle?
Sentence.
These are all our hexes and stuff. Is that?
You're a good person. I like you.
Okay, so she's got most of the stuff.
I will not falter.
Just want to make sure she's got the important basics. So just in case we get into a fight, we don't ever get squished.
So he's restless. I wonder why.
Wonder why? Just because. So there. We give her our own little buffs.
I will see this through.
We don't have any group buffs on.
Let us not hesitate.
Animal shapes, no.
We'll win this, one way or the other.
One way or the other will win. Maybe. We have good hope on, right? Yeah, okay, that should be good enough. Okay, so now we have to make our way over to Meticula's home, which is right to, it's over here, right? It's this bridge, right? Yeah. Come on, where are you?
Pay attention.
And this is what we're expecting, right? Why are we not? Oh, because the buffs.
I will not falter.
Is that what happened? Because you got your growth before the horse did. Pesky demons. It's a big bridge. Okay, so just looking for anything maybe special out here, which I don't think there is, right? Nothing there. Hey, losers, how's it going?
I was successful in my search.
See? Junk. All that running for junk.
Hey, bag of water, stretch your legs. You have been sitting in one spot for far too long.
Oh, I'm good. Ooh. Boss fight.
Tully, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. That's right. I said Tully. Unlike Gimpy, I know the difference between Tubby and Tully.
So she says. Okay, so we've been in here before. because Gimpy's a demon. And we purposely left stuff unlocked, or because Gimpy doesn't have the ability to open lock stuff. So I knew we were going to be here eventually, so we didn't try to break into this stuff. Because now we have a legitimate rogue person-ish. So we can get into stuff without having to break it.
The deed
Not that there's anything in there, really. So is Gimpy's portal still in here? I doubt it. That'd be funny if it was. Boom. This is the room he teleported into. Paradox Part 2? Don't we already have that? Lexicon of Paradox. Oh, now we're both Part 1 and Part 2. Have we ever had that before? I can't remember. Let's set this aside, let's save before we do this, just in case. So, anyway, tiger, draken. We had to beat up on a squirrel. Squirrel has already been... No, a squirrel has not been found. So, number 19 on your bingo card. Number 19. Okay, so lexicons. Went right by them. Letters written by the hand of every Levorlish appear to have life of their own, and moments of inattention begin to disperse, changing shape and moving forward, or toward the edge of the page as though they were planning to leap off. Commander lays the second part of Lexicon of Paradox next to the first, and the movement of the letters becomes more intelligible. The lines of both parts now seem drawn to each other, straining to unite and form new sentences. Focus on the text. Join the two halves. Join the two halves. Gimpy brings the two halves of the lexicon together, but nothing happens. No magic sparks, no extraordinary transformation. Lexicon of Paradox remains in two ripped halves. All that happens is that the lines of text begin to move before his eyes. The letters of the two halves are striving to merge into words, but they cannot. Focus on the text. His attention focuses on a couple of words that seem to have only just swapped places. The words freeze, as though they never moved at all. But out of the corner of his eye, the commander sees several words on the other side of the page begin a discrete game of leapfrog. Try to compare the words of Lexicon's two halves to grasp their hidden meaning. As soon as the commander's thoughts turn to the lexicon's hidden meaning, the words begin to move faster before his eyes. The frantic motion of the words brings to mind a wasp nest that has just been kicked. The words arrange themselves into sentences. The phrases begin to make sense, but it is a trap. A snare that will force the uninformed reader to set the book aside. Lexicon fights back against the commander's efforts as if issuing a challenge. Gimpy unraveled the secret knowledge deciphered within it. Focus on the calculation to determine the most convenient location to open the new rift in Sarkoris. Gimpy's knowledge of the world sucks. Arcane knowledge, I think he's decent at, though. 33. Mythical powers, which transformation bestows upon demons. Focus on the description of the anatomy of mythic creatures. Got a shot at that one, sort of. Religion, ain't gonna get that one either. So, knowledge arcana. And of course, what did we fail? We rolled a 6. We need to roll a 7, and we rolled a 6. Letters are completely intermingled before the commander's eyes. With a heavy sigh, Gimpy is forced to set the book aside. Lexicon has won this round. And yet the commander senses that his chosen method, decoding the lexicon using his powers, was far from optimal. It isn't as if Erilu's book is still missing a page. The key that will gather up the swarm of letters, lay them out in intelligible phrases, and reveal the simplest path to understanding the truth. Boo. Boo. I'm gonna save Scum, because barely. It was so close to getting that roll. Trying to remember, I don't think I had both books in the second playthrough. I'm trying to remember if I had them in the first playthrough. I think I gave one away at one point in one of the playthroughs, but I can't remember which one it was. So, lexicons. Focus on the text. Stuff. Join the two halves. Try to compare the words. Okay, knowledge arcana. Only need a 7. Fingers crossed. Succeeded. Easily parses the calculations laid out by the architect of the world wound. The formula of the lexicon's pages dwindle and bleed away, separating from the flurry of phrases. That's it, huh? Screwed on the other ones. Might make nature. Need a 15. Good luck there. Not going to make those two rolls by any stretch of the imagination. Set it aside. We can always try reading the books later, too. Now, isn't there a...
We'll make things right.
Her thing. Fortune. So we roll any ability check, attack roll, saving throw, or skill check, taking the better result. Duration of the sex of the child. Okay. So Gimpy should have a nice little boost on his, well, it's on not a big boost. But which one was it? Nature? So party meal. It didn't look like that boosted it, did it? I don't see her thing. Probably doesn't stack with Good Hope. Okay, then we'll try. Look, it's a projector. You know, my Jesse, given that, oh, we already looked at this stuff. See, we can even rest here if we wanted. But we don't want. Okay, let's go talk to Nocticula.
Greetings.
You stately shadow comes forward or towards you. In its hands, a small mirror sparkles and shimmers with an unsettling light. Greetings, Gimpy the Demonslayer.
Greetings, Commander.
The dress called Suture grins as he shifts clumsily from foot to foot in a crude attempt to curtly bow. Not long ago, Nocticula hinted that she would be pleased if I brought her your head.
I am aware of this. The Lady in Shadow manipulated you into coming after me. By retracing my steps, you learned things that will help you to more easily bear the revelations that lie ahead.
Came to speak with Nocticula, not you. What are you doing here, Erilu? And with Suture in tow?
The Suture is my servant. I did not expect him to rush into the abyss after me, but I have allowed him to remain with me while I take care of some business. However, you asked what I am doing here. I bring answers. You have walked a long path, one where shadows constantly flicker at the edge of your vision, and questions multiply like flies above carrion. It is time for answers. At least, some of them.
She lifts her mirror and you fall into its cold shimmering depths. Not depths. Depths. P, no A. P.
Day 16, Aridus 4715. Experiment, transformation. Subject, let's skip that. Objective, to embed the essence of a Nahindrian crystal in the soul of the subject. Expected result, the essence will coalesce with the subject's soul, which will ready itself for total transformation, triggering the concomitant powers. The time has come to put my plan into action.
Look, it's me. From way back when.
You are my creation. Your power was my gift. Now you know.
Let's say I believe you. Why did you need to do all this?
You are asking the right questions, but the time has not yet come.
Ah, such special memories. Remember the laboratory, do you? I told you back then. Go on, look around. See all the ones Lydia really worked on. Here with us is definitely the place for you.
Judge grins in satisfaction. And Inheritor, the unseen angel, does not speak, but his silence seems to thunder in your ears.
Your power is of the same kind as that of Nulkineth, Jeribeth, and the other demons that you have met. The power of the Nahindrian crystal dissolved into the blood lies within your soul. I have already hinted at this to you once before, when I left the essence along with the lexicon of paradox in my old laboratory, and ordered the suture to make sure the gift found its way into your hands. But there is more. Do you remember when you were taken to Canobris with a wound that would not heal? Do you remember how Terendelev apparently healed you? That was merely an illusion. The dragon was only able to temporarily dull the pain. In fact, it was I who saved you, when I came to you in the caves and implanted a crystal within you. No, saved is not the right word. Your wound is still not healed. That is why your wound weeps blood from time to time, every drop of which burns your enemies.
As if to confirm her words, blood begins to seep from the wound on your chest. Your flames seem to dance within the crimson drops.
This is pure essence of Nahindrian crystal. My invention is far superior to the crystals used by Xanther, which were barely refined at all. It will give you new strength, and help you to overcome the wound that still slumbers within your soul. Take it. Take it, and you will see that this is the very power that has lived in you since the Battle of Canobris.
Boss fight?
Tubby, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. I heard the squirrel is looking for you.
As I'm going to work, you need to tell me everything first. Touch the essence. I will not refuse this power, but I will decide how to use it. Who in their right mind would refuse it? That's the real question. You touch the essence, and the power so familiar and clear flows through you like a river. The power that courses through you is so immense, the wound on your chest closes up as if it had never existed.
Now you know. You truly know.
Enough! Enough of this madness! I was blind. O Lady of Heaven, how blind I was. I saw holiness in the half-fiend's creation. Away! Away from this festering hole! I must bring this terrible truth to Queen Galfrey, and save those who can be saved from this darkness!
The angel's voice fades, and you can no longer feel his presence. He has disappeared. Coward.
We still have something to discuss.
How is this wound in my soul? How dangerous is it?
It was my mistake. My failure. I failed to... The tale is too long to recount here. Your wound is a reflection of the world wound in a way. It is very dangerous, even if you do not yet realize it. It is not a disease, but rather an abscess, which will one day burst and kill you. It cannot fully be healed until the world wound is healed.
Okay, good job, Desperator, Draken, Bada, Tiger, John. Way to beat up on the Gimpire Cybernetic Zealot, which is number... Number 4. Number 4 on your bingo card. And congratulations to Spiritor on the bingo. I'll let everybody extra 30 seconds to a minute before we start up a new game, because that's 3 winners so far. See if anybody else got it.
No doubt you have felt this affliction on several occasions. It awakens when you use your power. It makes you sense more strongly what mortals call the corruption of the abyss. Until the world wound is healed, you will have no peace.
You followed me.
Like a witch in a fairy tale, I watched over you from birth. From before that, even. And I kept detailed notes. You were chosen and prepared for a special destiny. I am pleased to see that you still wear them. I enchanted them specially to protect you from danger. I am glad you found my gift useful.
Just haven't sold them, don't really wear them.
Aside from this, I helped you, even when you were unaware of my presence. I saved you and your unfortunate companions when you fell into the crevice in Canabras. In the Grey Garrison, it was I who distracted Minago to allow you to approach the Wardstone. And in Dresden, I appeared under the guise of Yoniel to guide you toward the Sword of Valor.
Hey, Asmodeus, welcome back. How'd X4 go yesterday? It went well. Dreaded imperial entanglements of a spouse that prevented you from watching. Nice. Anyway, we're going to start up a new bingo game real quick. Congratulations to that game's winners. Anyway, if you want to play, just move your cursor over to the right-hand side of the video screen. About midway down, there's a button called Stream Bingo. Click on it, join the game. And then wait for the boss fights. Boss fights determine what numbers get called.
And I also left you a present in my old laboratory, and told the Suture to see that you received it. I knew that sooner or later you would find your way there. That place exerts a powerful pull.
As it turns out, you helped me thwart the plans of your masters back with Dascari. Don't expect thanks for your help. You're a scheming liar and an enemy, you'll die in my hand. In that case, thank you for your help. You should help me out more often.
Certainly, but do not expect me to solve all your problems. A child that is forever carried in its mother's arms will never learn to walk.
Oh, why was that whole ploy with the lab necessary? You were already ready to sacrifice your servant, the Suture, for it.
You always have to sacrifice something. I wanted you to go to the laboratory to see with your own eyes what I had been doing and what I am capable of, so it would be easier for you to accept the truth. The laboratory is the place where I prepared your ascent. And the Suture was the only one who I could trust to execute my plan and explain everything. After all, he too once experienced rebirth at my hands. And that is why I was willing to risk his life.
Look at that, I actually provoked a reaction. That's the second time your expression has changed when I mentioned the Suture.
Hello, Gimpy. It is time to take a break.
Now I know.
Get some more water while you are up.
Now I know the Architect of the World Wound is
Your
capable
next
of feeling
break is
remorse.
in 2 hours.
If only when she sends her Dretch minion on a deadly mission.
I see I am not the only one making observations and drawing conclusions. You are analyzing me. That is commendable.
So we'll continue this before I take a break. Tell me about Nahindrian crystals. Start from the beginning.
Nahindrian crystals are formed from the solidified blood of demon lords. Their properties are not well known, even among the inhabitants of the Abyss. And there are reasons for this. Acquiring the blood of a dead demon lord is very difficult. After a demon lord dies, their body is instantly absorbed into the Rift of Repose. Only the Lady in Shadow knows how to kill them in a way that allows her to preserve the bodies of her fellow lords and transform them into a solid state. That means that Nihindrian crystals cannot be obtained anywhere other than the Midnight Isles. Or rather, it was impossible until recently, when I managed to experimentally obtain a crystal from the blood of a still living lord. You saw the result. A dagger made from Discari's freshly shed blood, which I left for you in Canabris. As regards the use of the crystals, that is a discussion that would take time, a very long time. Someday I will finish my groundbreaking treatise on the transformation of Nihindrian crystals, although it is unlikely I will ever publish it.
So you figured out how to use the crystals to imbue living creatures with power.
Not just any creatures, demons and half-demons. The soul must have a stable connection with the Abyss in order for it to receive the power of the crystal. Experiments involving tieflings and mongrels failed because the voice of the Abyss was not strong enough within them.
But I'm not a demon. Well, I am, kinda.
Is that so?
She raises an eyebrow.
I wasn't a demon either when I started. But there are always ways to circumvent, or even to override the laws of the universe. I changed myself by knitting my soul together with the essence of the Abyss. And I changed you. Do you remember the fits of rage that began shortly after Discari's attack on Canabris? Do you see what you have become now? That is the influence of the essence of the Abyss, which has awakened within you. All those arrogant crusaders, those knights with their eyes ablaze, those pious priests. They have installed at the head of their magnificent army a scion of the Abyss, the creation of the architect of the world wound, whom they so revile.
So you see here in Noctigo's palace, who do you really serve? Discari? Baphomet?
Both. And neither. I have served both Discari and Baphomet, and not merely as the lowest in the pecking order. But I do not think you'll be surprised when I tell you that to me, both of these mighty lords are merely convenient temporary sources of power. And their time is almost at an end. But the Lady in Shadow is different. She is the preeminent ruler. Soon you will understand this for yourself.
Her power is different from that of Jerebith and Nulkaneth and the other demons.
Yes, because I taught Xanther and the other servants of Baphomet and Discari the earliest version of this transformation ritual. I spent decades perfecting it until I obtained the power that I gave to you. Power in its most purified form, cleansed of the filth and chaos inherent within the original blood of the demon lords. Your power is as pure as thrice distilled water, but it resonates with other powerful sources of supernatural power, such as the Sword of Valor. And your power can change. You must have realized this already. You have shaped my gift into a form that you yourself have chosen. You are seeking answers, trying to understand the crux of the matter. That is good.
I don't want to ask you about anything else.
I want to help you close the world wound.
There, these words are cut up by a quiet laugh. Sitting on the throne that was empty just a moment ago is none other than Nocticula, ruler of Alushinyrra and the Midnight Isles, a powerful demon lord, and the one they call Our Lady in Shadow. Her red lips curl into an ironic smile, and her large eyes observe you with keen interest.
You were about to say, we are going to close the world wound, weren't you, Aurilu? I see no reason to continue deceiving this mortal. Now I am convinced that he is quite worthy of serving me. I will even reward him with a modicum of knowledge about the events in which he is about to take part.
I have too many questions, and I demand answers. You sitting there, whole throne listening all the time. Watch out your weapon, a word of warning. Yeah, hi. Just so we understand each other, I'm not going to grovel on my knees before you. Smile charmingly. You are truly resplendent, Lady in Shadow. It would bring me great happiness to get to know you better. Allow me to swear my allegiance to you and swear your little servant. Oh, smile charmingly.
I see that rumors of your passionate nature weren't exaggerated. I have heard some rather impressive tales of your escapades. Our last meeting showed me that the incredible powers Lady Vorlesh granted you had begun to manifest most impressively. But I had to measure your worth as an individual, not as a tool. So I decided to see if you could win fame and respect in Alushinyrra, a city where even the most outstanding magical abilities are met with a shrug, without relying on my help. Well, I can say I have not been disappointed. You've proven that your character and your will are stronger than the Hindrian powers Lady Vorlesh has vested in you.
You are wise, my lady. However, only those who have never known or forgotten what it is like to be mortal can so easily dismiss the importance of power. To be someone whose life is fragile and can be cut short at any moment, like a candle snuffed out by a gust of wind.
It is a shame your angel has left you, mortal. I would have liked to talk to him. I don't expect I will get another chance, as that celestial buffoon's days are numbered.
Her tone is casual, but her eyes are intent, scrutinizing you. You see the Hand of Inheritor despite all his enchantments. Why do you think the Hand of Inheritor is going to die?
Because he charged off all alone into the vastness of the abyss. An old friend awaits him there, the Echo of Discari. And the Echo has been anticipating this meeting for a long time.
He told me his magic deceived the eyes of all evil spawn, but not yours?
Perhaps you don't know everything about me yet, mortal. Perhaps you made the same mistake as many before you, and many who are more insightful and more powerful than you, by presuming to know what to expect from the Lady in Shadow.
Why does the Echo Discari prey upon the Hand of Inheritor?
Envy, humiliation, ego. The usual playthings of little boys from all planes and realities. The Echo suffered more than one defeat. First at Eridan's hand, then under the onslaught of the forces of heaven. Those routes taught him to attack his enemies by stealth, boldly and often, killing and crippling anyone close to the light-bringing goddess. Now, it seems, he has decided the time has come. The Herald of Iomade himself is in the abyss alone, without a retinue of lesser angels.
Boss fight.
Tully, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. That's right. I said Tully. Unlike Gimpy, I know the difference between Tubby and Tully.
He is a strange creature. A bespoke creation, so to speak. Long before the world wound was opened, Discari, that little cricket, was seeking a way to have some fun on Galarian and assert his influence there. One day, he decided to gather a few strong mortal followers, fuse them together into one being, and pump that being full of his own power, in the belief that something worthwhile would come of it. That is how the Echo came to be. To the great dismay of both the Echo and the Lord of Crickets, the Echo was greeted by Eridan, protector of humankind. Eridan gave the Echo such a thorough thrashing, the whole abyss thought him dead. And yet he was not. Cricket, the younger, is alive and well, though I cannot say the same for Eridan. But the Echo remembers his humiliation still. He hates anything and everything related to Eridan, especially his inheritor, Iomade. Her heralds, her priests, her temples. He would hate Iomade's pet pug. if she had one.
Good job, John, Tarkus, Draken, Tiger, and Asmodeus for beating up on Aeolus. I'm not going to see Aeolus in a while as a boss, I don't think. Anyway, Aeolus is number 24 on your bingo card. Number 24.
How did you manage to befriend an angel? Did your looks and abilities not perturb him in the slightest? Or has heaven become more lenient, and now they're inclined to distinguish some children of the Abyss from the others? It is most curious.
Conversation is interrupted by a concerned-looking succubus who silently approaches Nocticula and then begins fervently whispering into her ear. Nocticula's expression turns hard and cold. As Nocticula ponders the new development, the messenger makes eyes at you playfully. You recognize those green eyes, except that they were awash with pain when you last saw them, their owner bleeding out in the caverns of the Nexus. The succubus smiles slightly and gives you a wink.
Another island, another loss. Enough! I warned them that I would not stand for the desolation of my realm. They have not heeded me, and they will regret it. Go to your sisters, and tell them to prepare.
Nocticula sends the green-eyed servant away and turns her face to you once again. I know her.
Yes, you've already met Laulia, my talented assistant. I've heard she was very convincing at acting out her tragic death in the mines of the Nexus. As you can see, I've been watching you since your very first moments in the Abyss. And even a little earlier.
Well, duh.
Incidentally, would you mind answering one question for me? Why did you kill Armaketh, the Shadowspawn Lord and my general? He was a valued servant, and had I not anticipated the possibility of his death, this murder could have significantly upset my plans. Were you overcome by the desire to seize his title? Well then, surely you understand that, along with the privileges, you have also claimed his responsibilities. From now on, you are my general, as was Armaketh before you. When the time comes, I will remind you of this.
Couldn't care less about demonic titles and pecking orders. When I see power, I take it. That's what it was, yes.
Well, I'm in no position to judge, as I do just the same. It is curious how similar our paths have been. I too ascended by killing someone more respected and widely considered more powerful than myself. Lord Viria Vaxis, leader of the Shadow Demons. I suppose that, given this interesting coincidence, I will grant you my favor and forgiveness.
Yeah, I beat up on the Shadow Demon Lord and whatever. Yeah.
I have prepared a beautiful intrigue that will topple many of your enemies and seal the world wound forever, ending the threat to Galarian. And you have the chance to become part of that intrigue.
My companion Ember would like to speak with you.
Ember? So that's her then? Well, approach. I have heard you bleating your pathetic prayers at me. You have some nerve addressing me with such nonsense. Did you think I would simply repent? Renounce my status as a demon lord? Do you have any idea what I had to do to acquire it? Wait, what is this?
Tears are running down Ember's cheeks as she smiles noisily. She presses her maimed hand against her heart as she stares up at Nocticula. Her fragile form shudders from weeping. Erilu wrinkles her nose in disdain. Why have you brought this simpleton here? This is Alushinyrra, not Nerosian. We don't give alms here.
I can't stand these noises. Do you think you're the first to try to move me with a display of tears? It only makes me angry. If you wish to speak, then wipe your nose and speak clearly.
I know what you had to do. to others, and to yourself. I'm so sorry. So sorry. If only I could ease your pain somehow. Calm your sorrows.
She believes that deep down everyone is good, even creatures that are evil by nature. She's insane. She doesn't even know what she's saying. Deep down everyone is good, even creatures that are evil by nature.
I don't know what nature is and don't care a whit about cosmic good and evil. They are but labels thought of by philosophers. I know what power is. Pleasure. Desire. All this childish babble merely amuses me. Nothing more. So, where were we? My pain? My sorrows? What nonsense are you talking? Don't tell me you pity me.
I'm so sorry. You're the most miserable soul I've ever seen. I've seen people burned alive. People being devoured by monsters. People burying their children. They were in pain. So much pain. But I've never seen anyone in as much pain as you.
What is this saccharine drivel? What do you even know of me, Nat?
I've seen your city. You were the one who built it. It is the way you wanted it to be. It holds all of your dreams, all of your heart, and everyone in this city is suffering. Everywhere, all the time, every minute. All who live here are hurting and scared. If these are its citizens, how miserable must its ruler feel?
And this is what you brought her to me for. You think this infantile sniveling is worthy of my attention?
I don't know. I just thought it would be amusing to bring you two together and listen to what people in the future might say to a demon ruler. Of course not. This little fool is spouting deer versus... No, I like the chaotic option. Shrug silently. That would be amusing.
Some jest. What if it amuses me to hang her upside down above a pit of ravenous larvae? So, what do you suggest I do, preacher? Beg the good gods' forgiveness? Devote myself to serving a sword-swinging upstart, perchance? Or that old crone, the moon?
No. Gods can't help anyone. They're just like us mortals. Silly, frightened, clueless. You're almost a goddess yourself. You know better than anyone that no one can save you. No one except you.
Save me? From what exactly?
From yourself. From what you've done to yourself. From the city you've imprisoned yourself in. Listen! You are a queen, but you're the queen of pain and filth. Your realm is a realm of your own suffering. You're almost a goddess. You can do anything you want. So why won't you make yourself happy? You could become the Redeemer Queen.
Oh, the Redeemer Queen! That's new. Never in all my years have I heard anything like that. Well, child, enough joking. Get out of my sight, or I'm afraid I might decide to keep you here forever as my fool.
Do you think she took my words to heart?
Who knows?
I suppose you're
Hello
right.
everyone.
We'll see what
My name is
happens.
Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yep, thank you for watching. Happy Sunday. Boss fight.
Tully, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. That's right. I said Tully. Unlike Gimpy, I know the difference between Tubby and Tully.
That's right, we'll see what happens.
I told you to get out! I don't want to hear your squeaky voice again!
Why did you lie to me and send me out to find Erilu? Oh, Smazu just said something amusing. I've never given you any reason to bear a grudge against me. My lies have brought you no harm, after all. I simply nudged you in the right direction, bringing you one step closer to discovering the truth about yourself and the source of your powers. You disappeared and I couldn't find you anywhere, so we could talk. Yes, you had many questions, but you had to find the answers yourself. That is the essence of the game I have arranged. And my strategy has succeeded. Look how much you've learned, how your knowledge has deepened. Isn't that more valuable than the wise and magnanimous lady in shadow simply spoon-feeding you with answers? He sent me to hunt down Erilu and at the same time gave me the use of her chambers. Yes, I decided the irony would be quite pleasing. All this time you've been closer to Lady Borlesh than you thought. Don't toy with me like that ever again or you'll regret it. You are wise, and if you chose to act this way, you must have done so for a reason. Your face becomes impenetrable. That's how it seems to you, mortal. But if you keep following my directions, one day you will truly understand everything. Did Erilu really create me? Well, Sparkly Vampire didn't, because Sparkly Vampire kills everybody. Anyway, Sparkly Vampire is number 14 on your bingo card. Number 14. Did she really create me? She has created, or certainly had a hand in your present state of existence. Lady Borlesh designed this world wound, a magical phenomenon of unfathomable power. To see that we require a key that was just as strong and unique. Simply put, we required a champion, and she chose you. Both your powers and that wound in your chest were the result of her experiments when she infused your soul with the essence of the Abyss. Of course, you remember none of that. Everything was done in secret. Even the power granted to you was purified, to the extent that it was possible, so that you would not guess its source ahead of time. In trial after trial, we watched your will be tempered, and when the time came, we started filling you with the energies of Nihidrian crystals. These energies are necessary for the task at hand. Everything that's happened to you was part of my intrigue. I was going to summon you and reveal the truth when the time was right. Instead, you have followed your queen's orders and arrived here early. One can only hope that you are prepared to accept the truth. Erilu, everything has its price, she says quickly. Your wound was, in essence, the flip side of all my experiments. There was a reason why we required a true champion, not merely a living tool whom we could fling into the flames of the whirlwind and close it like any other lesser rift. I think you should know that. Articula makes a sudden gesture, cutting Erilu off. Don't be too hasty. We have burdened him with enough revelations for now. Give him time to become accustomed to the truth about himself. Then you can share the details. What exactly are you offering me? I'm offering you the chance to become my weapon. Your enemies are a thorn in my side as well as yours. What's more, I have never schemed against Galarian, nor have my warriors taken part in the conquest of your plane, at least not at my behest. There's no cause for enmity between us. Why would you want to close the wound? When the world wound opened, I was pleased. My realm was now connected to another plane. I wanted to make it into a crossroads of worlds, a place where demons, devils, and even angels could meet. The wound was a convenient path along which I could advance my ideas, but the Midnight Isles were not the only realm that had been linked to Galarian through the world wound. The Skari and Baphomet now also had a way from their realms into your plane. Their servants flooded my islands and spread out across them like a plague of locusts, killing guests who were under my protection, questioning my rule. They were driven by their lust to conquer and enslave, whether on Galarian or in another abyssal realm. I was forced to shift my focus and express my discontent. Eventually, atop the bones of our servants, we reached an accord. I would let their armies pass, and they would comply with my wishes while on my islands. Of course, the accord is a polite fiction. Both the Descarites and the Baphomets are attempting to amass their power and influence in Alushinyrra to overthrow me. When they think I'm not watching, they break my taboos and revel in their own impudence. And worst of all, Lady Vorlish told them about the Nahindrian crystals. They realized what kind of powers the crystals hold, and now they are determined to mine every last deposit hidden within my islands. And once an island loses its crystals, it becomes nothing but flotsam, slowly sinking into the dark waters of Ishiar. With every lost island, my power is diminished. I could start a war and kill the plunderers, but a major conflict would hinder some of my other plans. So instead, I will teach my neighbors a lesson by orchestrating their ignominious defeat at the hands of a mortal. What do I gain by serving you? A reasonable question. One must always serve one's own interest. Well, rest assured that you will be adequately rewarded. I will give you gifts befitting your ambitions, and my patronage, which you can certainly count on, will prove more valuable than any enchanted trinkets you can dream up. What kind of reward would you consider adequate? Perhaps you'd like to replace Shamira the Ardent Dream and become my most loyal servant? All of Alushinyrra will bow before you, and perhaps not just Alushinyrra. An enigmatic expression appears on her beautiful face. If you're so powerful, why do you need me? If I were to make a move myself, it would start a war. Not that I'm afraid of doing so, but it would hamper my more important plans. Baphomet and Discari would never best me, but they could sow enough chaos and spill enough blood that visitors from other planes would shudder at the mention of Alushinyrra. No, I will wage war on my own terms in the shadows, and I will remain unseen until I drive my blade into my enemy's back. And since Galfrey happened to send you to my realm, you have to honor it becoming my blade. Mortal, be glad you're wielded by skillful hands. Erilu, we should also reveal how exactly our blade will be employed. Articulate says Erilu with a sharp gesture. We can discuss the details later, when the moment is right. Now is not the time for idle conversation. How exactly do you plan to close the world run? Well, she rolls her eyes. It is a complicated magical process. You will receive precise instructions once you've captured the Threshold Fortress on Galarium. There, at the exact spot where Lady Vorlish opened the world wound, you will be able to close it. But first, you'll have to crush the Guardians of Threshold, and their forces are growing by the day. Hepzibah, Baphomet's daughter, is mining a large number of Nahindrian crystals in my realm. These crystals are her secret weapon. No army in Galarian can stand against them. You must stop Hepzibah. If you do not, your world will fall, and my plans will suffer significant harm. Erilu, at one time I disclosed the secret of transformation to two servants of Baphomet and Discari, Xanther Vang and Metosophin. It was a well-calculated gambit which bought us some time and assured both Discari and Baphomet of my loyalty. Metosophin is Hepzibah's favorite. He oversees the transformation of her army. Hepzibah is currently on another island far from here. The route to that place is plagued by pirates, monsters, tempests, and other terrifying dangers. Have you heard of the living bubbles of frozen time that swallow airships, and when the ship reaches port, their crews discover they've been gone for 100 years? That is not the strangest occurrence you could encounter on your journey. I'll be willing to provide you with a decent ship and an experienced crew. If you kill Hepzibah, it will stop her sinking any more of my islands, but without giving Baphomet cause to declare war on me. Why is it so important to kill her? Discari and Baphomet won't stand there and watch you close the world wound. They'll send their armies after you. So you need an army of your own, and that is something the Crusaders won't have for long. Hepzibah is mining more and more Nahindrian crystals to empower her forces when she attacks Galarium. If you don't stop her, the Crusaders' resistance will be crushed, and the ranks of demons pouring through the world wound into your world will multiply 100-fold. You were sent here to cut off the demon's army supply of Nahindrian crystals, weren't you? ? Well, that's exactly what you're going to accomplish. Now consider your offer.
Saturday and Sunday, August 20th and 21 are the monthly giveaways for August. A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Happy Sunday or Monday, depending where you're on the world. And again, next weekend for the giveaways. And accept it, I'm sure. I respect your caution and won't force you into submission. We all stand to gain if you do my bidding of your own volition. A glimmer of approval dances in Nocticula's eyes. An interesting destiny lies before you, mortal. You will rise to great heights and play a part in events of titanic proportions. Many would give their life for a chance to tread such a path. Ep20 visits Alushinyrra every now and again, but her true lair is far from here. She hides on the island of Calafir, to the northwest of my archipelago. There lies her secret fortress. In the deep mines, her slaves dig Nahindrian crystals for the invading army she plans to bring to Galarium. I'll give you a magnificent airship and an experienced crew to take you there. It will be a long and perilous journey. Take some time to prepare. Wish to inform you of treason. She looks quite amused. Is that so? Who is it that you've decided to inform on? And more important, how did you learn about these traitors and how credible are these accusations? Shamira is researching the Nahindrian crystals in secret. Perhaps she is planning to overthrow you. A smile appears on Nocticula's lips. How nice of you to warn me. I'm impressed. I do wonder, however, did you really think I was unaware of this, or did you merely want to demonstrate your loyalty? Either way, I appreciate you telling me. I will take this as proof that I can rely on you. You were very astute to uncover Shamira's desire to dethrone me, and it was particularly sensible of you to keep your mouth shut about the secrets of the Nahindrian crystals. I suppose your caution calls for a reward. At the snap of her fingers, one of the servants approaches you and presents you with a delicate package wrapped in gossamer-like silk. Aspect of the asp. I wonder what that is. Mining Nahindrian crystals is a surefire way to sink the island. The crystals are on to the bottom of the Ishiar. I assume you understand why all who attempted to procure them on Alinthia were executed. At least you didn't tell Shamira about the mines you found. The last thing I need is the ardent dream burning under my capital. Oz is working against you. He killed Willidus just to deprive you of a servant. She shrugs with marvelous indifference. His betrayal was purely a matter of time. The interesting part was to whom my cunning assassin would defect afterward. And you've given me the answer. You have my thanks. I will make use of this information. It is my hope that you will remain just as keen and loyal moving forward. I think you'll find these traits useful. And for now, you may accept this gift as a sign of appreciation for your loyalty. Secret ingredient. Oh no. Why do you still tolerate Shamira? Someone has to deal with trivial matters. Shamira's betrayal was assured the moment I made her my favorite, just as the Zephyrians before her. The second always dreams of rising to be first. I know the feeling well. A friend of mine, the storyteller, has peered into the future. In his vision, Ep20 was sending demons after you. The demons were strengthened by Nahindrian crystals. A hint of dangerous excitement creeps into her voice. You are a font of knowledge, my dear guest. Let's just say I'm not surprised by her appetites, the ambitions of that brat, or her lecherous goat of a sire. We're bound to surface sooner or later, but your warning will encourage me to keep a closer eye on her. You could have gone to Ep20 with this and received a payment for your silence. Your foresight must not go unrewarded. Another secret ingredient. I've said everything I wanted to say. But a good word for Zephyrian. He has seen the error of his ways and is desperate to regain your favor. To ask... Let's see where this goes. I thought Zephyrian's ambitions had suffered a fatal blow. It seems I underestimated how resilient they were. Could it be that he's had enough of begging by the gates of the battle bliss and wants some of his former power back? She demonstrates her awareness of the situation with obvious pleasure, a thin smile playing on her lips. Why would I want to draw someone closer who had already betrayed me once? My request alone is not enough then. Yes, he betrayed you, but others will betray you too. Your servants are demons, and they know nothing of loyalty. What makes Zephyrian worse than the rest? Your turn would help strengthen your rule. It would make Shamira worried that he might lose his position. I'm not gonna make that roll. We'll make that one though. Boss fight. Boss fight.
Tubby, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. I heard the squirrel is looking for you.
Okay, he betrayed you. There is a grain of truth to your words. Aphorian is no worse than any of my other servants in some ways. He's better. Unlike the others, he has already tried to revolt and learned that he has no chance of wresting power from me. Very well. I will think about granting Aphorian my pardon and returning him to his place in my retinue. But if you are hoping for some sort of reward from him, you should think again. I know that rascal too well. I killed Willidus, your court mage. She shows no hint of sadness. I am aware of this, of course. It is lamentable in a way, since his fear of me was strong enough to make him impeccably loyal. However, his death is but a single move in a much larger game. In games like this, losing a few pawns is unavoidable. I want to know more about you. Kind of my whole story, blah blah stuff. How did you become Demon Lord? Other Midnight Isles,
You
really
did it
corpses.
wrong. This is how you do it. Warg. Please excuse me. That was embarrassing. I meant to say. Jag.
That's just fluff there. We don't need to read that all. Let's give it other public does it now. I am to depart for Calafir. The guards must watch over my camp in the Nexus and all who are residing there. She nods regally. I will send my assassins to ensure that no harm comes to your entourage. Be grateful for my patronage, mortal. You listen with Arilu. Do you remember the Elven Archmage? Stuff. This is the storyteller. Again, this is all fluff. You don't really. Betrayal is too strong a word. I open the path of Galarian, blah blah blah. Does it bother you that Arilu serves another master? I'm not prone to jealousy. Stuff. Stuff. How did she become your servant? More stuff. Did Bephamin discard your allies? Of course not. Everything is clear to me now. Still have some business to take care of. You no longer needed to hear Arilu. As you will, my lady. She vanishes, but you notice the look in her eyes, pensive and appraising. Particularly cast a piercing glance at the spot where Arilu was but a moment ago, then stops you with a commanding gesture. There is one more thing we must discuss. The Lexicon of Paradox, Lady Vorlesh's magical treatise that contains many secrets of the world wound. So, I'm convinced to get this game for at least a quick try. Sorry. Anybody know how it is playing magical classes? It's fine. My first playthrough was as a Oracle spellcaster, Lich, which is basically, you can play the Lich as a melee, but it probably excels as a spellcaster, which I did. And the second playthrough I did as an Arcanist for the Azada and Gold Dragon run, which Arcanist is a spellcaster too. So you can do it pretty much any class. It's all about the party. It's not one individual character. Your main character, I don't think it really matters. I mean, it's all about how you build the character and stuff, because you get to pull on all the resources of the party for basically everything, except for a few little spots here and there. I don't think it really matters. Blah blah blah. You and my servant Lady Vorlesh were just talking about the Lexicon of Paradox. For many years, it has remained split in half, harmless. But what was once divided can be made whole again. Who knows what power the book could impart to its owner? What if they expand the world wound even further, or connect it to other planes? Not a chance. The Lexicon of Paradox has caused more than enough trouble already. You already possess the first half of the book. Find the other one and bring them both to me. I will reward you handsomely. Giving the book into my keeping will also protect Galarian from suffering a second world wound disaster. The Lexicon of Paradox will be much safer under my watchful eye than in your travel bags. Wouldn't you agree? Why do you need this book? Our wound alone, one world wound alone has been enough of a nuisance for me. I want to ensure that some future mage leafing through this book doesn't link my realm to another plane. I'll give it to her, just for fun, because I don't know what will happen this way.
That was the correct choice. I appreciate your willingness to cooperate and offer you a gift in return for parting with this treasure.
Experience?
You've impressed me, mortal. The fact that, after acquiring such precious and useful knowledge, you relinquished it so eagerly speaks volumes about your keen insight and wisdom.
Oh, you're an idiot.
I value such qualities highly, and thus I offer you another reward, a great honor, the profane gift of the Lady in Shadow.
What's a profane gift?
Every succubus can bestow her dark patronage upon whomever she likes. My magic will enter your being and enhance your already exceptional abilities. It will also allow me to watch over you and, if you are in mortal peril, help you. It will not make me your guardian demon, but you can expect to receive some aid from me. Furthermore, there is one more aspect to a profane gift. It allows the succubus to affect the mind of whoever is under her protection. You have proven to be trustworthy, and so I will not exploit this by invading your thoughts. Others, however, will not be so kind to you. If a powerful demoness charms you with her magic and grants you her profane gift, you will become her toy. A mortal can only have the patronage of one succubus, and I would rather give you mine than leave your enemies a chance to cause you harm.
Now, I've never accepted the gift. Why? No real reason. We'll accept it this time through, just for fun. You feel the power pouring into you, slithering like a snake to your very core, and it reaches your heart. It coils around it and hardens, becoming armor of black bone. Never before in your life have you felt so protected, invincible. I know, what could possibly go wrong? Demons making deals with demons. I'm ready to hunt down. Oh, I still have some business to do. You've taken a liking to my city, I see. Well then, savor it to the fullest and then come back for truly important business. She lips part in a smile that is both predatory and alluring. Ta-da. So, and we picked up a mythic level. We'll take her that shortly after I get back from my break. So, my break is now almost an hour late. So, I need to get up, stretch some legs. I am out of water, and that's a real problem. Anyway, I need to get up, get some water, stretch my legs, go check on the dogs, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.